Dog, I don't know what to think of this show anymore, man. This show, we're already 2 episodes in, bruh. 2 episodes in, and dude, I don't even know what's gonna happen, bruh. But look, man, this girl right here, Takamine, is blackmailing our boy and is basically threatening our boy, Shirata. And she's getting away scot-free, bro. Scot-free with this crap. Now, there's seemingly enough at the end of the episode today. It's seemingly enough. There's some instances that it's clear she may like him. I don't know. Maybe the more he keeps putting on these underwears and these draws for her, right? The more she's gonna start simping because she's gonna realize, wait, I'm making this guy put on my underwears and he's basically seeing me in the nude. But legitimately, dude, legitimately, I can't believe this crap, bro. So we wait. The episode literally starts off in a reenactment scene of the last week where he gets put in the cops. At first, like I'm thinking, like, okay, this man's getting arrested again. She blackmailed him again to mess with him. I'm like, oh my goodness. But the dude wakes up. Our boy Shirota wakes up, and I'm just like, this girl Takamine is gonna give him nightmares, just straight up nightmares about not disobeying any order whatsoever. Because if he does, she is going to basically put this dude in jail, in prison. Dog, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. The only positive thing that he's got going on for him is the fact that he gets to stare at her body all the damn time and be around her. The only negative and downside is, again, we know she's a whole ass bitch, and she's basically, oh bro, oh boy, she's definitely not student council president material, bruh. Definitely not student council president material. But it's absolutely crazy. What the lengths that the show is going to, dude. So basically, the big part of this episode, realistically, man, is him putting on the draws, the underwears, this quick on in during class, right? And doing it in a way where there's other people in class. He's got to put it on while she's there at her desk. And I'm just like, dude, she really is trying to get kinky with this shit, bro. She's really trying to get kinky with this. And it's crazy. She's making our boy overthink so much of like any potential possibility of what could happen. And he's worried for his freaking damn life because he's like, well, if I fuck this up, she's gonna freaking get me and screw me over. Dude, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Like, again, she legitimately gives this dude a patch, a pouch of straight up all of her underwear. She's like, well, you know what to do. When I take it off, I expect you to put them on right then and there. And I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. So they're in class, bro. This girl legitimately is reading, right? Reading a passage from their book. And it wasn't the type of way she felt like she could read, even though the class was like, you're a great reader, Takamine-san. You're so great. I haven't heard you read like that. But to her, she wasn't enough in character to read. And this girl legitimately restarts time, takes off her panties in class. All so she could reread again. And do it this way that it just blows the entire classroom away even more than we saw the first time. This is what I'm talking about, man. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this girl is trying to be perfect. Like, if she's not perfect, well then, legitimately, she's gonna restart time, right? So, she's basically got no underwears on, right? She ain't got no panties. And the thing is, the window's open. And there's a nice bit of wind, right? And see, the thing is, about this wind and everything is the fact that she's wearing no underwear, so clearly if the wind's blowing at her skirt and it blows pretty fast, well, you already know what that basically means. People are going to see what's under that skirt and they're going to see she's not wearing underwears. So our boy Shirata's like, I gotta do something. And she's basically looking at him like, come on, you know what to do, and everything. And she's giving like these leg and thigh gestures and everything. And our boy's looking back and he's like, oh my God. He's like, and he's just in utter shock to the point she's like, hey, Shirota-kun, you dropped your eraser. And he looks over there and he's like, is she really suggesting I pick up my eraser so I could go put the panties on? And that's exactly what he has to do. This man puts on the panties. And I'm just like, nobody in the classroom is like, hey, why are you back there down on the ground like that? They're doing this mid-classroom. Mid-classroom. Nobody decides to look like, hey, what's going on over there? Mid-classroom. This man's freaking out and everything, right? Man is freaking out. But eventually he realizes, or he looks back and he sees the fact that they're not fully on, right? Because, you know, he's got, in order to put that whole thing on, he would have to get in deep and basically strap it around her buttocks, right? Her very thick booty. And dude, when I tell you this man basically had it, he gets up and he's like, and she's like, come on, you didn't put it on fully. And he's also thinking like, well, what if she gets up and walks and it just falls down and somebody like sees that and everything and she blackmails him, right? Well, then he gets the idea, so he gets closer to try to put him on, but she wraps his leg around her legs around his, and basically he's trying to move his knee to move the panties to get even basically more locked in and secured, right, around her waist. And I'm just like, bro, what? Eventually it gets to the point where, you know, he gets caught up under the desk. The teacher calls out his name. He's like, yes? And he's like, oh my, he's like, yes? And he gets it fully on by moving his leg, but he hits, you know, her private area and, well, she kind of moans a bit. And he's like, wait, did you say something? And she's like, no, it's nothing. I didn't say nothing. And everything, right? So then, after that whole situation is basically over, right? They basically have a meeting in the student council room, and he's basically like, why'd you make me do that? And she's like, look, it's fine. Nobody got caught. You know? And look, you did a good thing. And he kind of brings up the whole thing like, oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask you. I thought I overheard you say something. And she damn well knows what she said, and she knows that she moaned, essentially, right? And basically she's like, I said nothing, okay? So keep your mouth shut. And she's kind of getting flustered, and she's getting flustered, and then she's basically blushing and everything. So it's clear that you can see that maybe she's possibly developing feelings for our boy, especially after basically what he did by accident. So maybe she's gonna do more of this teasing, but deep down we're gonna see that like, oh no, she actually is really much in love with him and likes him. Again, I figured this might be the case. She's gonna continue to tease him, but the more she teases him about doing the underwear stuff and everything, the more that, you know, she's gonna start falling for a boy, because the fact that he doesn't want to see her in the nude, and he actually wants to, and he's actually like genuinely like doing this to like make sure she doesn't ruin her image even worse than it is, right? Because like he going back to the whole thing of thinking like her underwear is gonna fall off since they weren't on completely, right? He was thinking it's like the entire classroom is gonna think she's a damn pervert and everything, and they're gonna not think of her as the innocent girl she is, right? And you just had it to where you kind of get your whole thing. It's not a full nudity scene, but you basically have to where you have like these tape strips covering up her nipples and her private area and everything, and you're just like, oh my goodness, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, you did get a post-credit scene at the ending, and she's basically looking at all her underwear drawers, and there's like this white one, and she's like, should I display this to him? And Takamine's just like, nah, he's not ready for that yet. You know, we're not that close. So I wonder if she is particularly like doing this because she actually like knows Shirata and she's been watching him from afar. Because we know she said she's been watching him from afar and kind of been observing him, right? And everything. Um, and basically, it could be the case that she actually does like him and she's been observing him because she has feelings for him. And this is her way of getting to communicate with him. Also, she did see him kind of like, I guess, giving like, yes, I did it! Like type of thing in class after he basically fully put on her underwear, right, without getting caught. So, and she basically took notice of that. And she was like, oh. So, I don't know if she like genuinely is starting to like fall for him to the point like she's gonna tease him because she likes him, but yeah, but I guess we'll see. But anyways, it was definitely another solid episode of Please Put Them On Takamine-san. I can only imagine where we go on next, but I'm gonna be here for all the goon fest. But anyways, I'm gonna go for guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Takamine-san content or any more anime content I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day or your or whenever you watch this video. Till then, guys, peace.